All right, so today we have a clip here of Fox News host Jesse Waters saying that he can tell that an immigrant is an undocumented, well, he said illegal. He can tell an immigrant is an illegal immigrant just by looking at them. Here it is.
Permission to make an analogy?
I think so.
This is like a lawyer complaining.
And if that other co-host, that woman saying, I think so, when Jesse says permission to make an analogy, if that's not a foreshadow of what's to come, then just listen.
That all these people are coming to them with problems. That's what you signed up for. You're a sanctuary city. And correct me if I'm wrong, is the mayor of Martha's Vineyard black or white? I'm going to have to look into that. De Blasio, I believe, was white, right?
Definitely white.
And Rahm Emanuel, was he white?
Pretty white.
Still okay. Why wasn't Texas sending illegals to these white mayors? I'll answer that question for myself. It's because there wasn't a record-breaking amount of illegals that were overflowing the border back then. It has nothing to do with race. Texas is full. Texas doesn't even have a state income tax. And they're still paying for all of these illegals. Millions of them.
Illegals.
The mayor here is complaining about a couple thousand with more resources than any other city in the entire country. That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
Now, I saw on the way into work a illegal immigration family digging through the trash looking for recyclables.
How did you know they were illegal?
You can tell. And
Jesse.
I can tell. I'm a city guy, and you don't want me to get into it, but I can tell.
You don't want me to get into it, but I can tell. What Jesse Waters means when he says, you don't want me to get into it, but I can tell is, I'm just a racist. I'm a white man who's just a straight up racist toward, I'm assuming what is Latino or Latina family. I'm not 100% sure because he doesn't actually specify there, which is weird because he's so keen on them being undocumented immigrants. He uses the term illegal immigrants. I really don't like to use that term. I don't like using the term. I like to use the term undocumented immigrants, but he's so keen on saying that they are undocumented immigrants, and then he says, well, I can just tell. And even his co-host over here knows that he's being fucking racist, and she even gets after him. She's like, Jesse, like stop. Like, it's crazy. I mean, not really for Fox News, but he doesn't stop there. He doesn't stop at totally assuming that, or totally assuming random family that he saw, I'm guessing, on the sidewalk. He doesn't stop at just assuming this random family's immigration status. And again, this doesn't need to be said out loud for anybody, but apparently Jesse Waters needs to hear it. And I'm sure some other people do need to hear it, apparently. But if you are looking at somebody and automatically assuming their immigration status, you are racist. That is racist. If you look at, I'm assuming here, Latino family, and you automatically assume that they're undocumented immigrants, that is called you're fucking racist. That's a problem, okay? I don't think that needs to be said out loud, but...
And it is the saddest thing to see because they're not able to work here. They came to work, but they're not able to work here. And the point is this.
And this is also really what I want to touch on. He says that they came to work, but they're not able to work here, which I guess he's referring to the fact that in the state of New York, it's illegal to employ undocumented immigrant. But for him to say that they are not able to work, that's just a lie. That is a straight up lie. They are able to work, and immigrantsrising.org, has this nice little pamphlet here that goes over all of the different ways that undocumented immigrants are able to actually legally make money. And the main way that undocumented immigrants in a state like New York can make money is through independent contract work. That's the main way. They can also start a business. There's multiple different ways undocumented immigrants can work and make money legally. They can do it legally, and this is also something that, it doesn't need to be said, but undocumented immigrants, they pay taxes. They pay their fair share in taxes, just like regular, everyday American citizens do. And so, for him to sit there and say that they're not able to work, and he can tell if someone's an undocumented immigrant, he said illegal immigrant. He can tell if someone's an illegal immigrant just by looking at them because he's a city guy. Again, that's literally just him saying I'm a straight up racist. But he can't just go on the air and say I'm a racist, guys. Even though that's what he did.
You have to be able to choose the people that come into the country based on needs. If you need this type of person, you need this type of, bring them in. But to just say, yeah, come everybody in, and then, oops, now people are looking for, a 5-cent bottle. That's not right. And you can't blame the guy down in Texas for that. Joe Biden is the common denominator for all of this. It's like a bad manager that doesn't do his job. Then everybody on the staff's pointing fingers and bitching about the other person. But if the manager would just do their job, everybody could stay in their lane. Texas could focus on Texas, and New York could focus on New York.
Trying to come here because you are more than likely probably trying to get away from horrible living conditions in another country. Immigration, it's just like going to a restaurant or a store and getting mad at the manager. I can't believe that this guy is sitting here reducing all of this stuff down to this ridiculous ass. I mean, I guess he said it at first. He said permission to make an analogy. It's a terrible fucking analogy, but it's just it's ridiculous that he's sitting there saying that something like immigration and also sitting here complaining about immigration for all of the wrong reasons. I really feel like he doesn't even know what a lot of these immigrants go through trying to get into this country. I don't think he knows the struggle. Again, he's a rich white man who just happens to be a Fox News host. He's had it easy his entire life. He's never had to experience, again, a huge number of problems that immigrants have to deal with when they are trying to come over here. And just get into the country, let alone seek citizenship and become a citizen of the country. Just getting over here, again, is a hassle in its own right. And again, we need to. We can't let people like Jesse Waters reduce this issue down to some ridiculous, completely goofy analogy, like it's the same thing as going to a store and getting mad and everyone's pointing fingers and getting mad at the manager and then they can't do their job. It's absolutely ridiculous. But that's going to be it for the video. If you guys like the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, press that little bell, and turn on all notifications so you guys never miss an upload.